Hello guys, I'm Raj and welcome back to the new episode of Competitive Programming with Python series. Guys, if you are a new viewer to this channel, please subscribe it and click the bell icon. If you have any doubts, please comment it on the comment section. So today's problem that we are going to tackle is this Leetcode problem. So here, this kind of problems are very unique to Leetcode platform. I have hardly seen this type of problem in some other platforms. I'm sorry if I don't know about other platforms that there where these kinds of problems are available. So we'll solve this problem. So we have to design and search. We have to design our data structure such that we can add words and search word in a very efficient way. So the problem statement states that we need to make a word dictionary class. So we have the three basic functions that are already defined, which is init, which will initialize the data structure, and then we'll have the add word method, which will add a new word to the data structure, and finally we have the search word function, which will search for a particular word in the present in the data structure or not. So what this problem statement says is that we will have a set of words that we are going to embed it into the data structure, and then we want to search any word based on like in an efficient way. So what there is a small change or tweak in this problem is this that we'll be having a dot character as well in whenever we are searching for a word. So we will store the words in the data structure, and whenever we are searching for it, we'll apart from the letters A to Z in lowercase or uppercase, will be having a dot character as well. So dot character can be replaced by another character for the subsequent position. So let's say I have you can see on the screen as well. So let's say I have a word bad, and I am searching for a word that is dot A and D. So here the first dot can be replaced by A, B, or any word in the present in the data structure. So for this kind of query, so bad so that pattern is present in the data structure, so we'll return a true, or false if that pattern is not present in the data structure. So giving an example, they have given an example here as well. So that first up they are adding bad, then dad, and then mad. Then we'll search. They are searching for pad. So here pad is not present because there are only three words in the data structure, so it will return false. Then if you search for dot A and D, so for dot A and D, we have AD like in most all three words, but we can replace this dot by B, D, or M, any like any character. So here this pattern exists in the data structure, so we'll return true. Else, if it wasn't the case, then we would have written false. So making this kind of a data structure is somewhat tricky because for every like this pattern or word, you have to search for all the words that are present in the data structure. So the first thing that comes into our mind is hashing, right? But hashing would be a very good way to tackle this. But here we have dot. We are going to expect a dot in the query as well. So if we are going to expect the dot, then we have to manipulate with the keys. So whenever you are using hashing, we will be using these words as key, right? But if you have to use the manipulation in the key, then that cannot be possible in hashing, because in Python dictionaries we cannot manipulate the values of present in the key. So we have to think of something else. So here this problem is very related to the try data structure. So try data structure is essentially something like this. So try is an extension of tree. So it stores the words in forms of nodes. So here each node carries a character. So we'll have the first root node. Then like in the child of this root node, we will have different words starting with the first letter. So let's say I have these four words as an example, starting with G, and have geeks, geeky, gear, and G's. So we'll start off. We'll take the common like the prefix or the first character. So like this, all four words have the same character, starting character as G. So we'll only have a single node with G as the root child, the child of the root element. So we'll have G, and then those characters which are common to all words, that will take only a single node. And whenever there are different characters possible available at the same position of the words, then that will be placed in the that will be taken as a different nodes or as a child nodes of the parent or the like the last character. So here we have G and double E as like three common nodes, and then for K, R, and Z we'll have three child nodes of like the last E or the second E, and then for Geeks T and Geeks we have another two child node of K, which is S and T. So that's how this whole tree structure is made. So let's say apart from these four words geeks, like all the geeks version, I have, let's say, another word name is Raj. So here R is an altogether a new first character, right? So we'll be having a new separate child of the root, which will start from R. So we'll have a different node here with starting with R. Then we'll have A as the subchild of R or the child of R, and then we'll have J as the child of A. So that's how we can add new like words in the on the fly. So the using this kind of a dictionary is one approach to solve this problem, but I will have a different approach that I like found out when I was debugging my own code. So I found this method very useful and very fast as well. So we'll have a dictionary as usual. So we'll use the root as the name of the dictionary. So I'll be using the default dictionary, which is a feature or a library present in the collections library it's an inbuilt library of Python. So I'll be using default dict, and I will take every every value of the key to be a list. So essentially we'll be storing like keys and values as list. So there the key will be so whenever we are adding a new item to this dictionary or this data structure, I will be storing that word by using the length of that word. So to make like the searching easy, because like we'll be searching for word based on the length of the word, right? So if you have 1,000 words with different number of lengths, so then there is no point for checking of other lengths if the length of the search word is 4 and we are comparing it with a length of 5, 6, 10, and so that is no use, right? So we in order to reduce the searching area or the searching corpus, I will store the word in a list using their length. So what I will do is whenever I get to know, I will whenever I encounter new word to be added, I will use the length of that word, and I will append the word to that respective key value pair. So I will append the word. So that's how you can add a new word. So here I'm using self, so you don't have to return anything, right? So now comes the interesting part. So now we have to search a word, right? So since we are going to expect dot here in the search word as well, so first I have to check if dot is present or not. So we have to write separate codes for if the dot is present in the word or else, or if it is not present. So if dot is not present, then I can easily check for the word using the word's length. Like we can get the list of words which are of same length using the length of the word, and then I can simply just check if the word is present or not. So I will check if dot is present in word. So I am using the Python properties of in operator. So if dot is not present in the word, so I will first take out I will check if the word is fully present or not. So if dot is not present, then I can simply check. I can simply return if word in self dot root. Then I will check for length of word. So I will be fetching the list of the words that are having the same length of the search word. Then I will so here I will be getting a list. So now as soon as if the word is present in this list, and then it will return true, or else it will return false. So that's what we want. We want a boolean answer if it is present or not. So now comes the interesting part where we will be dealing with dots. So I define a set dots which will store the indexes of where the dot is present in the word. So I will dry run the code, or I will just go through the each character of the search word. So I will write length of word. I will check if the word of I is equal to dot or not. So if the character is dot, then I will append, or I will add the index to the dot set. So now that I know what are the indexes or what are the positions where dots are present. So my approach is going to be like, if you are like if you so make if you can have multiple possibilities, or multiple characters present, can be present, like for any dot we can have an alternative of 26 alphabets, right? So in like, if you check for each dot for multiple, like you make 26 other combinations, that would be very hectic in order to try out the combinations and check if that combination is available or not. So rather than doing that, I prefer to use this method. So in which I will whatever the length of that searched word, the words are present, I will transform each word to into the search word, and if the transformation is possible, then that is the pattern that we are searching for, right? So let's say you can see on the screen as well. Let's say I have a bad word which is stored in the dictionary, and I'm searching for dot .ad, right? So now I will try to convert that bad word into this pattern dot .ad. So I can add, like I have the indexes of dot, so I will take the index of I, which is 0, and I will take the word bad, and then I will try to convert the first character into dot. So I will convert the bad into dot .ad, so which is, now I will compare dot .ad and dot .ad. So dot .ad are matched, so I will return true because I have found the search pattern or searched word, right? That's how I'm going to tackle this problem. So now I have the dots indexes available. So I will loop through all the words that I have in the root directory or the root dictionary with the same length as of word. This will essentially will be a small number of strings that are available in as compared to the whole number of strings that are available in the dictionary. So now that I will save it to a small temporary variable, so in order to not hamper the original value of the string. Now for each of this string, for each value for each index in the dot set, I will try to transform the string. Like I will keep the, if I have an index, I will keep the characters behind that index, and after that index, same, and I will transform that particular character or that particular index I will replace with the dot. So that's how I will do. So I'll keep this like the previous characters as it is. I will append a dot in place of that character, and I will keep the rest of the characters as it is. So now I will transform each of the words like this, and then if I will check, and then at the end I will check if that t is equals to word or not. So if this is true, then I will return true. Else I will be just continuing for all the words present in the list, and I don't found any word which is following our pattern, then I will by default return false. So that's how it is done. So let's try this code if this is working or not. Syntax error. Oh, don't forget to mention in. Yes, it is working for the test case. Let's submit this code. Yes, this code is working fine. It is 92% in time and 93% in space. So this is a very handy solution that you can use or you can try to emulate. So that's it in this video. Thank you guys for watching this out. If you haven't subscribed it, please subscribe it. Till then, this is Raj signing out.